The field is set, the animals are ready, and we are excited for the biggest racing event of the season. No, we're not talking about the Kentucky Derby. We are talking about Bock Fest and the goat races. Sports director Kent Spencer joins us now live to break down the field, picking out his front runners and maybe the ones that might fall behind. Kent?
Now, I'm not sure about you guys. I would imagine you are, because aren't you looking to go back to back? You were part of the winning connections just a year ago.
To repeat, yes.
Oh, okay. I have been looking forward to this race for an entire year, and man, do we have a stacked field. Let's look at some of the top contenders for this year's race. Now, folks, I've talked to a lot of people, and everybody keeps pointing to BLANTON as the favorite. Now, we're going to give him 2-to-1 odds. When you see him train, you can see the competitive fire that burns inside.
He has the personality to run his heart out. He loves to chase his handlers, and he has trained exceptionally well.
Okay, the eyes are a dead giveaway with ANNABEL. She's getting a 7-to-1 odds because clearly she's the wild card. The hope, she can keep her temper under control with the other competitors.
It is going to depend on what mood she's in and how much fun the handler has with her and if they can get her to run.
Now, so many people have been asking, Kent, who is the closer in this year's race? Well, at 12-to-1, it's Woodford. He likes to come from way back, mainly because he loses focus.
He could decide to shock the play a little bit. He's extra playful. He loves to play with his handler, but he gets easily distracted on the track.
Now, don't let this little pudding pop fool you. Expect Uno to be early speed at 15-to-1. This goat has a first step that would make Usain Bolt jealous. And the only question, can Uno get the distance? When you look at Junior, you can't sleep on him at 20-to-1. Great odds, so much talent, but that talent is raw. This may be not Junior's year, but his time is coming. Now let's talk about some of our long shot plays. At 50-to-1, this is Pinto. Have you ever seen a Pinto car be fast? Either have I. That's been the concern with this goat from Jump Street. Just doesn't have the speed to keep up with the rest of the field. Another goat at 50-to-1 is CC, which stands for chocolate chip. Have you ever tried to run after eating a plate of chocolate chip cookies? Never a good idea. Well, that's exactly how this goat races. Sweet, but lazy. And there's obviously Alden has been pointing to the forecast, and we're expecting more rain. How are these goats going to react to the conditions? You don't know. Oh, the excitement, it's so thick you can cut it with a knife.
Now, I just want to say, ANNABEL, who's my goat, who I renamed Virga, I just realized had number 16. 16 was the day I was born, and it's also my favorite and lucky number. So I'm going to take that now as a last-second good omen.
Okay, so what you've done is you've tried to rename a goat. Okay, we're going to have to check with the stewards to see if that is legal. We don't know that.
I love, Kent, how you're picking this out on the eyes, the crazy eyes, the names.
Oh, let me tell you something. These competitors, oh, they live for this race every year. They've had this race marked on the calendar for some time, and so have we.
And who's the trainer's pick? I mean, you talked to her about a few of the goats there.
No, she liked BLANTON. I mean, everybody, like I said, I've talked to a lot of people on this. BLANTON just has that look that says that's the one. You know, we have seen BLANTON is like the American Pharaoh of this field.
BLANTON has a look. Sorry, you picked the wrong one. It sounds like. Who has BLANTON?
No, we will see.
Hey, you never know. Rich Strike at 50-to-1 last year wins the Kentucky Derby. The goat race could be wide open. You never know.
Okay, and on that note, I'm picking Pinto. I think Pinto's the one.
Okay, you like Pinto?
You remind me of Rich Strike, and I'm thinking, yeah, we need to take that. But I'm cheering for you too.
It is my goal to repeat, be back-to-back defending champions, not just for myself, but for WHAS. We've got to keep the title home.
And folks, let me just say this. It matters so much to him, and that's why we love him so much.
I look forward to it. 2:45, the forecast day.
Here's what you need to know if you want to go out and see any or all of these goats. The festival starts at noon with the blessing of the goats. The first race is at 12:30, the forecast dash at 2:45, and then the championship at 6. The festival runs right down Market Street in Nulu. There's also going to be a petting zoo, food, and drinks available for you and your family.